True art believers, this is Pearson here. You're watching The Drawing Habit. Let's get started. I hope you're doing well tonight. We're going to be working on this beast of a drawing, working on a Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V drawing. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just decided I'm going to start choosing, uh, internet famous people and drawing them for what's it called? What's it called? Cap, I guess. No, not really. But when you draw a like a person or a famous person or a person of interest, it definitely gets more views than if I were to draw like I'm drawing my friend, unless the friend's really good looking or like a really hyper realistic drawing. So let's kind of get started. I'm gonna be moving some stuff around here. Let's play some music here. So get the comment section showing so I can see. And that way I can see because, yeah, we're going to get the comment section to show. And we're going to be drawing for roughly about, I don't know, 30 plus minutes or so. Basically, I'm going to be blending. That's all I'm going to do is I'm going to be blending the figure here. And we're just going to have a blend-tastic night, bro. Last night, after I finished my live stream, I decided to have a little bit of a relaxing evening. Not like, what is it? I said relaxing. No, a relaxing evening. I decided to kind of kick back and just kind of chill, just for a little bit, And I had one adult beverage. I kid you not, one adult beverage, and I had one adult beverage, and I went to bed. I woke up the next morning, and I felt awful. Like I am a complete baby when it becomes to like having any type of like alcohol. Like I had like one adult beverage, and I felt terrible. Like I felt like I might as well just been drinking all night long. Like that's how bad it was. It was terrible. Had like one adult beverage, and then I was just gone for the rest of the day. It was not fun, partially because I didn't get a lot of sleep. I stayed up, in the time frame it took me to drink that one adult beverage. I watched like half a movie or more than half. I was watching The Other Guys, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlbergers. I liked that movie. It was fun. It's a very, very entertaining movie. I think it's one of Will Ferrell's and Mark Wahlberg's better movies. Except for Transformers. I think that the Transformers movies are the best movies ever created for Mark Wahlberg. Actually, I'm kidding. I don't even know that. So I watched that and I enjoyed it. Stayed up real late. Stayed up about 2:00 in the morning. Then I went to bed. Woke up at 7, and I didn't wake up at 7 by choice. Woke up at 7 because I had to. And then I proceeded to go downstairs, and I turned on the telly to play Thomas the Train, so I can get so that I have my kid watch Thomas the Train while I catch up on some more sleep, man, because as I told you, I am a baby when it comes to having any type of alcohol in my system. Like it could be one beer, it could be 20 beers. My body treats it all the same. It treats it the same. It doesn't treat it any differently. Like no matter how, the volume does not matter with regards to alcohol for me. It's always kind of regulated the same. So I was a baby all day long until about noon, and then I did my all the stuff that I normally do, which is a lot of running my own eBay side hustle during the day before I go to work in the evening for a few hours. Not for a few, but before I go to work in the evening. It's like I run that eBay store during the day, and then sprinkle in all kinds of other things. Sprinkle in the being a dad type stuff. Just being a dad. So yeah, that's what I did. And here I am. Here I am now, drawing. Now, this whole drawing thing it's unless you have like no obligations, doing this stuff, doing like drawing as a hobby takes some grit, man. It takes some grit, especially if you have a full plate of like labor, especially if you have a lot of things that you have to do throughout the day. And if you're treating art as a hobby, which it's not a hobby for me. Like, I don't think of it as a hobby because I do make money off it occasionally. I don't really push it. I don't really push selling my art. I just don't have time to push it. I don't really have time to like market and sling my art. I get the ROI for me for trying to get my art out there or try to sell my artwork is very low. It's not worth it. Like, I have a higher ROI selling stuff on eBay. That's how it is. Like, the ROI on eBay is so much higher than the ROI on me trying to sell artwork. So I don't I don't press it. I don't press selling artwork. It's not worth my time. Maybe in the future, if I get so much demand for my work that it becomes worth my time, then yes, I will spend more time on artwork. But right now, it's not worth my time to try to sling my artwork, so don't worry about that. But when you're treating it as like a hobby, as I am, or working at it part-time, it's very difficult. It takes a lot of work. It takes a certain kind of individual, to do that. It takes a lot of grit, because it takes like this internal motivation that is hard to acquire. It takes time. It always takes time. And I think we undervalue everything. We undervalue our time. We undervalue just effort. We're always living for the day. We're not really like living for the tomorrow. So like when I'm drawing these things, I feel like I'm throwing a penny into, or I'm buying a lottery ticket. I feel like I'm buying a lottery ticket every time I'm doing one of these videos. I'm doing a drawing. I feel like every time I do one of these drawings or do a video, I get closer to a goal of whatever that goal is. I don't even know what the goal is. Like maybe getting to the point where I get enough subscribers where people just are demanding me to do portraits for them. I think that would be the goal. Like maybe I'll get to the point where I'm so proficient at doing portraits that I have just a queue line of people requesting me to do their artwork. And I enjoy that. I would enjoy that. I do that every day. The only problem is I can't do it every day because if you don't get a successful art career early on, it becomes very hard the older you get. I really believe that it really becomes very hard the older you get, because the less time you have to put forth into your craft, it becomes very hard because you have to draw, or you have to make work. In order to make work, you have to have time. And if you're working 40 plus hours a week just to make ends meet, it becomes incredibly hard to to um to do those things. It becomes very hard to do those things. It's super hard to sacrifice your weekend, or sacrifice your sleep so that you can do these things. And that's what I typically do when I do these live streams. I always sacrifice the sleep. It's the roughest. It's the roughest. I don't like it. I don't want to spend 30 minutes on this guy's ear. I need to start blending other things. So we need to just move around here. But it's all a numbers game, man. Just focus on your goals, man. Just focus on your goals and just go at it every day. Ignore people and just go at it, because there's always going to be people that are going to want to take your time up, and that's always going to happen. I have it every day, and you try your best to accommodate. Don't say, I'm not saying ignore everyone. I want to say that you should try your best to accommodate people that are important to you. And that's a really hard part, is trying to accommodate people that really mean a lot to you. It's very hard to do that, to achieve, or to do like goals within your life, because you have to have support from your friends and family, but you also have to accommodate their schedules as well. And that's one of the things about being an adult that is not really talked about, is like, how do you regulate your time so that you are spending a good amount of time with your friends and family without them taking up all your time. Because let's be honest, a lot of people, like, this is everyone. People will be selfish, and they will demand your time, and a lot of us will try to accommodate that. Like, a lot of us will try to accommodate it, right? And let it overwhelm us, let it take control of us. You need to keep your eye on the ball and understand that your friends and family are very important to you, but they got to understand that you want to do things that requires you to not be present. And that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. I've always tried my best to give out my time whenever I can, and then sacrifice my sleep or something so that I can still do my art. But if you have a family, or you have like certain family requirements of you in a day that your family needs you, like maybe you have to take care of a parent or something, and it's really, really like demanding of your time. It becomes very, very hard to do art, or to do things that require you to be alone. It's very hard, and it's a challenge. That's my challenge that I have, is like, how can I balance my family and friends, balance my family and friend life, so that I don't come off as ignoring everyone, and that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to balance it all out. And it's been very hard. And the only solution I have is what I'm doing right now is basically doing a live stream late at night or at the end of the night, and try to get everything that I need to do need done throughout the day done in the morning, you know. And that's the best solution that I've come up with. It's not like the best for me, but it's the best that I can give to be the best person I am, to be the best person around everyone else, to contribute to family and friends in the best way that I can. You know, it's the only way right now. Maybe perhaps in the future, I won't have other jobs. Who knows? But that's like a goal of mine. It's like a goal of mine is to be like, just to be able to do something like this, and then to casually work as a teacher, and to casually, like, I want to reduce my hours from my jobs in half. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to cut everything in half, essentially. So that's what I would do. I want to cut all that stuff in half. So see, as you can see, it's looking pretty good. Once you put the line work in there, it starts to make a little bit more sense. I'm gonna keep that line work in there, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. And once I get everything blended, then that's when I start going into the details and really tightening things up. It's going to take a while, though. I think I'm going to be doing this for a couple months, especially because I'm only able to work on it at 30 minutes at a time, when really I need, like, it's going to take me about 20 hours to do the drawing. I'd say 10 to 20 hours. That's like an overshot, though. Like, it's probably less than that, but like if I were to sit down and work on it straight, I probably could do it in 10 hours. Do the drawing in 10 hours. If I knew what I was doing, if I knew how to do all the tips, like the tricks, I could probably do it in 5 or 1 to 5 hours. But I don't know all the tricks and tips and like the little nerfs that you can kind of do to skip certain things to get the same effect. You know, I don't know them. So I have to kind of depend on other things. And this is going to take me a long while to do, simply because I'm only working on it at 30 minutes in 30-minute blocks. And I wish I could work on it at longer blocks, but, you know, life is not handing me lemons, so I'm not able to make lemonade. So here I am, just working at it at a pace that I feel is reasonable. And that's what I'm at. So I tried, like, one of the things about me is I've learned that I cannot for the life of me, I cannot have an alcoholic beverage and not feel like poop the next day, no matter what it is. And it's just, no matter what it is, it's good. It could be actually, probably if I had a beer, but if I have like anything more than a beer, I'm like death. I'm like, oh, what did you do to me? My body does not like it. It does not like it. But that's all I know, man. That's all I know is like this. I used to work in these warehouses, and all I know is like when I get home from a job and I want to like relax, all I know is getting home and kicking back and dropping opening up a beer or something, and sitting down and relaxing for an hour or two while a movie plays or something, you know. I don't really know anything, like that's all I can kind of do. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's not all I know. But it is definitely a thing that I've kind of grown accustomed to, and it's not a good habit. I will give you that. And I'm trying to circumvent it. So like one of the things I'm trying to do is like after I do my live streams, just like maybe I just I don't know, I just work on my calendar or something and go to bed after that. You know? So we're just gonna blend all these tones together and then we're gonna start. And then after that, we'll tighten everything up. Work on it for 30 minutes, then call it a day. So as you can see, I am kind of doing a little bit of like cleaning up, tightening up the forms, but not fully. You know, I probably need to move a lot of these marks down. I feel like they're a little too far apart. They probably need to be a little closer. You know, so that's going to take some fiddling around with on my end. You know, just a little bit of fiddling around. Tell you what, man, you got to have some grit to be doing anything. To do anything daily, to do anything every day, you got to have some like hardcore tenacity. You got to be really, really strict. You got to be just focused. And sometimes that can waver. You can have those like moments of weakness, you know. Like those moments of saying like, you know what? F it. Why not? Let's just skip a day, you know? That's one of the things that I struggle with working out is I only work out once a week now, and it's so like it's so dreadful. It is so dreadful that I sometimes am trying to like I try to like psych myself out so I don't have to do it. I have yet to skip it. But it's pretty rough. Like the last workout I did last Sunday, I was gonna do like one more lift after I did squats, and then I was sitting there and I was like, I think I'm gonna go puke. I think I'm gonna go puke. I really think I'm gonna puke. And then lo and behold, bam, I puked. And it was rough. It was a rough one. It was that's how you know you did a workout that it's intense. Some people will disagree, but I think you have to be an exercise has to be for an average person, it has to be almost like you're putting a shock to your system, like you're signifying a shock to your system, because that's essentially what it is. When you're working out, you're trying to create a stimulus, create an adaptation to the stimulus. And what essentially having muscles is to it's an adaptation to survive. So like if you get in a struggle against a bigger predator and you can't move against that predator, you puts you at a disadvantage. So what exercising is supposed to do is supposed to kind of supposed to create an adaptation so that you are able to build muscle against when you get in a position where you can't move. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to filibuster the live stream so it's just not all dead air. That's all I'm trying to do is just kind of make it seem less, yeah, just more, just like, yeah, just trying to filibuster it. But here we are. Just anyways, I do these workouts once a week, and it's become really easy to kind of like try to skip them. It's become really, really easy to kind of create like an excuse. An excuse to miss out on them. And I've tried to skip them. I wanted to skip them because I'm like, they're so terrifying. I'm like, they're not terrifying as like it's scary, but my mind knows what I'm gonna put it through, and my mind's saying, I don't do that. My mind knows what it's about to do, and it doesn't want to. Your mind doesn't want to struggle. Like, it literally will try its best not to struggle. Like, it wants comfort, like the workout I'm going to put it through next Sunday. My mind knows it's going to be in shock because it knows that it's going to have to build up a mental callus, and it doesn't want to do that. It doesn't want to do that because it's that terrifying or that terrible. It's not something that my mind wants to do. I don't want to do it because it's painful. It's a painful process. The whole act of doing my workout, it's painful. And like, it's literally painful. Like, I'm doing a lat pull down, and I'm supposed to hit 10 reps. Within the first 2 reps, I'm already done. Like, I'm actually having to psychologically push through the pain and gut out 8 more reps, because it's my body can push out 8 more reps, but my mind is saying, no, you can't, because it's that hard. It's very hard to push out those 8 reps because they're so slow. The cadence is really slow. They're like 5-second reps. So the cadence is so slow, and it's so painful because the cadence is so slow that my mind doesn't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So my mind's trying to come up with reasons to escape, reasons to go past, or like to not do the thing that I'm going to do. Like, it's trying to psych me out. It says, my mind's saying, you know what, don't do it. Don't work out. Don't do it. It's terrifying. It's terrible. And I dread it every day. Or like every Sunday that I have to do every Sunday I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta work out today. I'm like, and it's the most dreadful thing for 45 minutes because I'm in pain. Like, I'm in literal pain. Whenever they say like train to failure, I am training to failure to the 10th degree. Like, I literally can't rep out one more rep on 90% of my workout. I probably could do a negative, but I couldn't do a positive lift. A negative is when you're letting the weight go down against you. I can do negatives, but I probably couldn't do a positive. Here we are. Just blending things around here. So as you can see, it's starting to get that appearance, man. It's starting to really show. It just takes a while. You know, it just takes a while. I hope I can get it. I hope I can get a good likeness. I don't know. We'll see. You know, I hope I can get a pretty decent likeness of this guy. You know, I feel like I may have made him a little bit more like I may have widened his head a little bit more than it really is, but it's starting to form into his face. It's just going to take some time, and I am willing to devote time to it. It's just really hard to figure out when I can do it so late at night. Oops. And I think I'm done for the day. That is it. So it's looking pretty good. Still a lot of work ahead of me, but I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to look like him. Fingers crossed. Or it's going to capture a resemblance. It's going to take some time, though. Anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. This is Pearson here, and I wish you all the best. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and you have a wonderful night. Cheers, my friends.